What's going on, y'all? Like, comment, subscribe if you haven't done so already. If you'd like to donate to the channel, the cash app's at the top right corner of the video. But let's get into it, man, because it looks like Kendrick was spotted publicly and he might be dropping new music. Here, Kendrick Lamar was spotted in his free time in between concerts in New York City. Kendrick Lamar arrives at the West Village Music Studio on May 7, 2025. This is in between tour dates, as you can see here. He has 2 free days between the 5th and the 8th. He's getting ready for his tour today as this is being recorded. But the interesting theory that I've came across in regards to the studio where Kendrick could be recording new music at is the name of the studio itself. Now, these are a few studios in the area where Kendrick Lamar was spotted at. But if you could notice one already, one of them is Euphoria Studios, which is pretty funny considering the fact that we know that Kendrick Lamar has a song Euphoria. Made me think even harder when Drake had thought that Kendrick was in New York recording verses, recording diss tracks. And now a year later, Kendrick is spotted in New York, potentially laying down a new verse, and it could be in the studio named Euphoria. Now, this is just a theory that I had thought of. Obviously, there's other studios that he could go to in the West Village area, but the name itself sticks out like a sore thumb. Let's just be honest here. Kendrick Lamar, Euphoria, I mean, come on. It's in the West Village where he was spotted at. This is a map of the area where the studio could be at, and Euphoria is one of the studios that's there where Kendrick Lamar was spotted. Not only that, but it's what Kendrick Lamar had said in a remix to Family Ties, because he does the Family Ties verse, but he changes the lyrics and he says something else. He talks about New York, taking his talents to New York. I'm gonna play the clip right now.
Taking my talents to New York, know what coast I'm doing it for. Taking my talents to New York, know what coast I'm doing it for.
Taking my talents to New York, know what coast I'm doing it for. So could he be taking his talents to New York to record in the Euphoria studio, or to record in any studio for that matter, to drop new music? Either way, it's looking very possible that that could be the outcome. Another thing that I wanted to point out was the downtime that Kendrick has in between concerts. This is the free time that he has. That usually the rest time that Kendrick Lamar gets is usually between 2 to 3 days. The 19th to the 23rd, that's 3 days. 23 to the 26th, 3 days. 26 to the 29th, that's 3 days. May 3rd, that's 3. To May 5th, that's 2. To May 8th, that's 2. Back-to-back dates for New Jersey, because that's what he's doing today and tomorrow. 9 to the 12th, that's 2. And let me remind you, New Jersey, Foxborough, Massachusetts, all in the same area. It's not that far to get from New Jersey to Massachusetts. So he's still in the same area. He's still in the East Coast at this time. But the important part is from May 12th to the 17th, because from the 12th to the 17th, there's a 4-day rest time, 13, 14, 15, and 16. The rest were 2 or 3 days. And then he has to go to Seattle and then do the back-to-back shows in Los Angeles. Now, you could speculate it's because he's going to Seattle, he's going to another state. But what if by chance he's taking more rest time in between these dates to stay in the East Coast and record music in between performances at the GNX tour? It's starting to look like a possibility. But what makes this all the more hilarious is me trying to figure out what studio is Kendrick recording at, and immediately finding out that there's a studio called Euphoria Studios. I almost fell out of my seat, bruh. Let me find out Kendrick Lamar is recording here, bro. He better shoot a music video here. Kendrick Lamar, if you had the opportunity to record a song here, it would be the best time to do it now, bro. Like I said, this was just a theory of mine. I don't know what studio he's recording at. In West Village, I guess there's multiple studios. It's New York City. I'm sure they have a lot of studios. You could really just take your pick. I just thought it was funny to point out the most obvious name from the bunch, just to be real with you. The ratings aren't that bad either, so shout outs to them. They got the best ratings from what it looked like. But shout out to New York City. Shout out to the East Coast. Shout out to Kendrick Lamar taking his time out on his rest days to put in more work, to put in music. And I think at this point, man, we're going to get the new album. I think we're going to get an album coming soon. I think it either might be a little bit after the summer, in the middle of the summer. If not, hopefully by the fall. But one theory that I had, another theory that I was thinking about, and this one might be a little petty, but it's a theory that I think could be possible. If Kendrick Lamar is working on music right now, in between shows, like I said, it could be a deadline, or there could be an exact time where he wants to release this project. If he has a project coming out, that is. The next season that's coming up is going to be summer, and Drake has already hinted at new music possibly coming out as soon as the summer. as soon as this summer coming out. And this was suggested as back as last year, around the same time. So what if there's a possibility that Kendrick Lamar is aware that Drake is dropping in the summer and he's recording in between shows to record his material so he could get ready to drop whatever it is he could drop around the same time Drake decides to drop his stuff? Again, like I said, real petty, I know, but the possibility could be likely. I just think that it would be hilarious if Drake drops his album in the summer and Kendrick decides to drop his at the same time. If you could remember way back when as well, when Drake was supposed to drop Triple S For You, he was on live stream with Aiden Ross, where Aiden Ross had exposed that Drake had pushed the album back. He had told Aiden he was going to release it around the time where GNX was supposed to be released. But since GNX came out, he had postponed the album. And then that's when it came out later. What if this time Kendrick is waiting for Drake to drop so that way he could drop an album at the same time so they could officially release projects that compete against each other? It's just a theory that I had thought of. Either way, I'm just hoping to hear music from Kendrick Lamar sooner than later. But you could tell me how you feel about that in the comments. I just hope that we get this music in the Big 25 and we don't have to wait until 2026. If it's important for him to record in between shows, then that means he must have a deadline that he has prepared, and he might even have a set date when he plans to release. Now, nobody would know that but him or anybody on the team, but I could only speculate if he's recording in between shows, he's trying to get this out as fast as possible. But what do y'all think it is? Do you think it's the GNX Deluxe? Do you think that it's going to be a whole different album? A lot of people say that the Deluxe might come out, the second GNX, or it could be a whole new thing altogether, bro. Either way it goes, it looks like we're getting confirmation that Kendrick is not done putting music out, bro. And we might get another banger soon. Hopefully it's sooner than later. But y'all tell me how you feel about this and get back to me, man. Y'all tell me what you think it's going to be, man. Do you think it's going to be a GNX Deluxe? Do you think it's going to be a whole different album, a song, a feature? Do you think any artist from New York or anybody else from any state had linked up with Kendrick to do music? Was anybody else spotted there? You could let me know in the comments. And real quick, big shout out to all the members who recently joined. I want to take this time out to thank you. I appreciate everybody that's tapped in. I appreciate everybody that's a member of the channel. Thank you so much for the support. Big shout outs to Shez No Lady for becoming a recent member. Big shout out to Miss King. Shout out Miss King. I appreciate both of y'all for the support. I'm going to try to do a members only live soon for this month. So anybody that's a member, make sure y'all stay tuned. We're going to do that very, very soon. I have something in store as well also. So y'all make sure y'all stick around and check it out. I appreciate everybody that shows love to the channel and everybody that's rocking with me, man. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next video, man. Peace. Keep it a legend.